Lawmakers on Beacon Hill this week looked to Western Massachusetts about a major new housing project in Munson as growing pushback continues against a biomass plant in Springfield. 22 News State House reporter Olivia Ray breaks down the policies lawmakers worked on in this week's State House Spotlight.
This week at the State House in Boston, lawmakers pushed forward on transparency and lowering bills for residents. Two major pieces of legislation made progress this week. The Senate passed the so-called SHIELD Act 2.0, strengthening protections surrounding transgender and reproductive care in a time of federal threats. This bill, among other provisions, requires healthcare professionals to provide needed care, including emergency abortions. The House and Senate agreed on joint rules for the first time in 6 years, and they could change the way the legislature functions.
So it will move things faster, more efficiently, more transparently, and increase access for the public.
Meanwhile, the governor worked on her latest energy affordability plan, which looks to balance consumer savings with increasing use of clean energy sources.
Everything that I do, is with an eye on what is maximizing taxpayer dollar. But I've got to look at all options, you know?
The legislature needs to make a move on this bill by the end of the summer. Western Massachusetts issues came to the forefront as activists continued to push back against a potential biomass incinerator in East Springfield that they say will increase already problematic asthma rates.
We've organized meetings, we've marched, we've testified, we've rallied. We've sued, we've passed even prior pieces of legislation.
Also this week, the state announced a partnership with a Western Massachusetts developer to turn the former Munson Developmental Center into at least 600 new housing units. Looking ahead to next week, the House and Senate are poised to take up their joint rules package, and the House may begin their work on the SHIELD Act 2.0. Working for you from the State House in Boston, I'm Olivia Ray, 22 News.